What if I told you that YouTube is again making another stupid decision? It is all too common in today's world that big corporations in the entertainment industry seem to make the dumbest decisions when it comes to enforcing rules on their respective platforms. But never have I ever seen something as atrocious and completely fucking stupid as what is going on in this situation between the Actman, Quantum TV, and YouTube. This is the tale of what I like to call what happens when a psychotic, fraudulent TV reviewer makes a shitty Elden Ring take. Oddly enough, everything that's been going on in the YouTube community for over the past few months all started with the release of Elden Ring. On February 25th, 2022, the next installment of the Dark Souls franchise released, becoming an instant hit and selling over 12 million copies worldwide within 3 weeks. Of course, with games being as popular and critically acclaimed as Elden Ring, it's inevitable that you will see clowns on the internet talking crap about it, whilst having no understanding of the game whatsoever. One such example is a YouTuber by the name of Quantum TV. Around the beginning of March, Quantum TV uploaded a video on YouTube where he attempts to give a good critique on the game, but instead goes on and on about how the game is too difficult to play and that therefore nobody should buy it.
So, today I'll be giving you guys a review of Elden Ring. No spoilers and none of that other nonsense, and we're going to get straight to the point. Essentially, don't buy this game. That's the easy answer. Now, if you want the long answer, stay until the end and you will find out. Essentially, in a nutshell though, the name of the game should not be called Elden Ring. The name of the game should be called You Died. Again and again and again. Because that's all you're really going to spend most of your time doing. You're going to die because the game has no easy difficulty. So I would say this game is for somebody who really is looking for a sandbox. They have no family, no friends, no life, and they have literally thousands of hours to grind away on a game to level up enough so that they don't end up losing.
He even goes on to complain about how players have to aimlessly run around the map to progress in the game, as if the game isn't open world.
You take into consideration the fact that, again, most of your time in the open world is spent just like running around kind of aimlessly, if I'm being honest. It's one of those games where like it's so spread out, the map is so big, you're going to spend a lot of time running around.
It was clear to anyone who watched this video that Quantum was drawing misconceptions about the game and straight out lying about it in order to paint it in a bad light, without even playing the game for any considerable amount of time. This is clear because most of his criticisms become completely invalidated once you actually spend time to, progress past the starting area of the game. Of course, once Quantum's video got some attention, an upcoming YouTuber by the name of Mischief uploaded a video responding to his Elden Ring review, along with many others critiquing Quantum's video as well. Either Quantum enjoyed this attention, or he was genuinely offended by the backlash he received because he decided to upload yet another video, this time arguing against those who were expressing their disagreement with his previous video.
Okay, bye bitch, I don't give a fuck. The reality is, that's my opinion based off of playing it as a new person. They have no easy mode. The graphics are dog shit.
Here, Quantum kind of goes on a tangent about how he has the correct opinion, and at the same time attacking his audience, even going as far as saying that they sound like abuse victims for playing the game while putting up with the problems he's blowing out of proportion.
Literally sound like abuse victims, right? Like you're in a really shitty relationship and that's just how it is, man. You just take it on the chin, man. It's how it is.
He even makes the bold claim that a game not for everyone isn't a game that should be made.
You shouldn't be saying that's how it is, or, we just know that that's how these games are. It's not for everyone. A game that's not for everyone isn't a game that should be made, in my opinion.
With all this being said, I think these two videos come down to one thing Quantum decided was okay to say to the people he disagrees with.
At the end of the day, go kill yourself, man. At the end of the day, go kill yourself, man. At the end of the day, go kill yourself, man.
Quantum also came out with a third video, where it seems he attempted to summarize his thoughts as well as complain about other creators who made videos criticizing his argument, even claiming that these creators are violating copyright rules and claiming it to be fair use.
If you Google Quantum TV right now, or you look Quantum TV up on YouTube, rather, you will see a string of attack videos because of my opinion of the review that I issued out. In addition to the fact that when approached by what they call commentary, which is essentially gamers of a certain tier level that like to illegally download people's videos, re-upload them, and smack talk over them to own their review talking points, they call it fair use.
This is Quantum's way of silencing criticism of his videos. It was from this point on that Quantum TV was looked at by the gaming and YouTube community as just another person who was too far down the rabbit hole, as everyone sought to move on from this situation. But no, it wasn't going to be that easy. Remember when I told you about Mischief, one of the first YouTubers to make a video on Quantum TV's initial Elden Ring review? Well, soon after Mischief's video went live, Quantum had threatened Mischief with a copyright takedown of his video, claiming that Mischief stole his video footage using third-party software, which, by the way, is actually okay with YouTube and doesn't violate any community guidelines. In fact, YouTube has even promoted a third-party software used to download YouTube videos, known as Google Developer Tools. Quantum proceeded to falsely copyright strike Mischief's video, forcing him to take it down. And if there's one thing the YouTube community can unite on, it's the fact that copyright abusers on YouTube are the scum of the earth. Over the next coming days, many content creators strike back at Quantum TV and expose the type of person he really is, finding multiple instances of some of the most homophobic and utterly psychotic things I've ever seen anyone say. Soon after Quantum was exposed for the horrible person he is, he seemingly deleted his Twitter account and claimed that his Twitter was hacked and that it wasn't him who said all those things. A YouTuber by the name of Review Tech USA was actively streaming while reacting to these horrible tweets, and while he was browsing Quantum's Twitter account, Review Tech USA was greeted with a message saying that the account no longer exists, meaning that Quantum TV had deleted the account. This means that it is very, very likely that Quantum TV saw that Review Tech USA was exposing him on his livestream, so he attempted to hide the evidence by deleting the account. But what he didn't know was that these tweets were already screenshotted and saved by many, many people. Those investigating this matter through the Wayback Machine, which is a website anyone can use to look at any link as it existed at any point in time, which is also impossible to edit, by the way, found the same Twitter account linked under his YouTube channel right before Review Tech USA's livestream. Now, why would Quantum, who claimed that his Twitter was hacked, leave the link to his account on his channel just before it was deleted? On April 10th, another YouTuber by the name of The Actman, who has over 1.5 million subscribers, made a video about some of the worst Elden Ring takes, where he takes a jab at Quantum TV, discrediting his claims and giving his opinion on how Quantum is handling his current situation with the YouTube and Elden Ring community.
Bro, you can download videos off YouTube. It's not illegal.
They don't care how much of the video they're using. They completely ignore the 4 factors of fair use used and publicly broadcasted on YouTube.
I don't know how someone could research fair use so much and still not understand what it is. You can critique someone's points and reviews. It's the whole fucking point of fair use. If I don't like a movie, I need to be able to show clips of the movie that I don't like. And if I don't like your video, I should be able to show clips of your video that I don't like. It's fair use. So this guy is like arguing copyright law in his Elden Ring review. He's become so detached from the actual game and mechanics that he's just going after people that are criticizing him. How is this a review? Why don't you think about like what you're making before you make it?
And a lot of these smaller channels, 200 subscribers, 400 subscribers, 4,000 subscribers, that tier of lower YouTuber will steal videos. It's a known thing. It's a huge problem. YouTube doesn't do anything about it. And if you tell them not to do that, they'll just say anything is fair use.
Oh, that's this tier of lower YouTubers. I'm gonna talk down to you because my penis is like 10 times smaller than yours, Mischief. Sorry. You seem to put a lot of importance on the validity of people's arguments based on their subscriber count. How many subs do I have again?
Over the years, I've had to learn the hard way that you can't just talk over somebody else's content, pausing and playing it, calling it fair use. That is not fair use.
You absolutely can if you add constructive feedback to the video itself. If you transform the work beyond what it was originally posted as. That is absolutely fair use. Yeah, so my advice is if you're reviewing a game, keep it about the game and don't just like go out of your way to flame the audience. Maybe try to come into it like, hey, I don't really know so much about these games. This is how it appears to me. These are the problems I have with it. Am I wrong? Am I missing something? Oh, I am? Okay, thanks for letting me know. I'll give it another try. Maybe just like be a rational human being.
So if you were Quantum TV and you just saw the Ackman's video for the first time, what would you do? Would you A, take the criticism to heart, apologize to Mischief, and move on? B, delete your YouTube account and live your life? C, issue a copyright strike against the Ackman like a complete dumbass? Or D, upload another video criticizing Elden Ring and its community? Well, if you answered with anything other than C, then you must not know just how much of a scumbag we are dealing with here. You heard me right. As soon as he got the chance to, Quantum TV issued a copyright strike on the Ackman's video, and on April 19th, the Ackman posted a tweet sharing the copyright form he was given regarding the strike on his channel, stating that unfortunately for Quantum, YouTube actually knows what fair use is and rejected his takedown request. Soon after Quantum TV realized that he didn't just get away with falsely copyright striking another video, he took to YouTube and showed a DM between him and YouTube support where he scolds the YouTube employee for advising him to copyright strike re-uploads and that he's now being labeled as a copyright abuser, as well as telling the Ackman that he will seek other options against the piracy of his content. Later that same day, the Ackman tweeted a screenshot of private DMs between himself and Quantum TV, where Quantum TV again claims that using his deleted footage is piracy. It was at this point that this was no longer about Elden Ring. This was now an attack on the YouTube community as a whole. On April 21st, the Ackman posted a tweet revealing a Discord message leaked from Quantum's Discord server. It's a long read, so pause it if you want to read it, but I must warn you, it will probably be the most mind-numbing thing you will ever read. Soon later, on April 23rd, the Ackman posted a video on YouTube where he talks about how Quantum TV has been abusing the copyright system. The point of this video was to draw attention to the ways Quantum TV has been violating community guidelines, enforcing the idea that Quantum TV's channels should be permanently banned from the platform, while exposing the fact that Quantum has been ban-evading and threatening other creators like Mischief, Review Tech USA, Griffin Gaming, and now the Ackman. Keep in mind, ban-evading and threatening other creators is against the YouTube Terms of Service. In this same video, the Ackman points out something that Review Tech USA brought up in one of his videos regarding the allegedly hacked Twitter account that was linked in Quantum TV's channel.
Quantum TV, why would a hacker, if they wanted to disavow you and discredit you and make you look terrible, rush to take down your Twitter and your blog post while I was streaming all the horrible things that were from it? Wouldn't they want to keep it up to make you look even worse? They wouldn't want to actually do PR damage control for you. You're full of shit.
Why is there a common theme of bigotry and hatred across all these accounts and platforms? Is that just pure coincidence? I mean, this was you, right? You know it's wrong. That's why you deleted it. You're trying to hide it. Streisand effect. He is still the same hateful, bigoted, racist, transphobic piece of human trash copyright abuser that he was before. Nothing has changed. He has only been trying to hide all this stuff. Like, you understand, by law, I can countersue you if you come after me. I will win, and I will clean you out. You will sell that wedding ring on your finger. You will sell your house and any valuable possessions you have for wasting my fucking time. Get fucked. Get absolutely fucked. I'm here to bury you.
The Ackman also reveals a Discord exchange that he had with Quantum as the Ackman is trying to get in contact with him by joining a voice chat. Quantum refuses and wants the Ackman to type everything out instead, which would be a dumb decision considering that text messages can easily be used by one party to misrepresent the other's argument, on top of the fact that Photoshop exists. On April 25th, the Ackman posted a tweet claiming that Quantum TV had called his mother, saying, "I can confirm that Quantum TV is threatening me and my family with doxing and violence. He even reached out to my mother saying, we wouldn't want families to get hurt or involved in this." This is when things got personal. When the Ackman had found out about Quantum calling his mother, he was shocked that Quantum had took it to this level and thought it wasn't worth it. so he ignored the situation and tried to move on. But on the very next day, Quantum uploads a video leaking this phone call to the public where he records his side of the whole conversation. In this leaked phone call, Quantum makes several subtle threats to the Ackman's mother and their family, saying things like this.
So, I'm trying to avoid any kind of litigation or lawsuit by talking things out. So, is there any way I can get in contact and go that route? I'd rather not drag a family through the mud given the times and the current status of the world. You understand what I mean? Like, we all have families and stuff we're trying to accomplish. So, I'm not trying to derail anybody's livelihoods with something that can easily be talked out.
No matter how you put it, these statements made to the Ackman's mother were intended to intimidate their family with legal action. As if he couldn't have done enough, Quantum made another video soon after saying this.
Bro, ask him. Don't think I'm playing around. I called Ackman's mother to get a hold of him to let him know the kind of damage he was causing.
In these two videos, Quantum claims he was calling the Ackman's mother to get a hold of him, which is completely false because he had the perfect opportunity to get in contact with him through Discord, when the Ackman even called Quantum and Quantum refused to talk. So this obviously wasn't about getting a hold of the Ackman. This was about doxing the Ackman's family and bringing fear onto an innocent group of people who had nothing to do with this drama. On May 3rd, the Ackman posted on Twitter saying that he was in talks with YouTube about the Quantum TV situation and that people can expect an update on everything by the end of the week, and later asking his viewers to send any evidence this way that would help bring Quantum to justice. By May 17th, YouTube had finally made their decision. Everyone was certain that YouTube would see the clear and obvious truth that Quantum TV had violated numerous community guidelines and policies, including the following: external links, hate speech, cyberbullying and harassment, ban evasion, copyright abuse, harmful or dangerous content policies, child safety, and scam policies. With all the proof laid out in front of the only people who can put a stop to this madness and make their platform a safer place, YouTube found Quantum TV innocent. YouTube stated in their response to the Ackman, "After thoroughly reviewing the additional YouTube links you sent to us, our specialist team did not find any violations of our community guidelines. Regarding your claims of abusive takedown requests, I can also confirm that our copyright team reviewed all the details you provided and determined that there were no violations. Copyright submissions made by the other creator were valid, and though they have been rejected, they were considered a fair request for review." It was on that day that with this decision, YouTube chose to side with hate, and not with the justice against the man who had been harassing content creators and abusing the copyright system, as well as committing hate speech, all for over 4 years. But surely the evidence was clear and concise that Quantum TV had been a stain on the platform for as long as he has. So how did YouTube come up to such an outrageous conclusion? In the Ackman's next and latest video, posted on June 2nd, titled "The Dark Age of YouTube," he proposes the 3 possible reasons that could have led to YouTube making the decision they did, including poor investigation skills, using a hands-off approach, or by lack of common sense.
YouTube's decision to not ban Quantum was made as a result of 3 things: poor investigation skills, a hands-off approach, and a lack of any common sense whatsoever. I'm making this video not only because it's personal, but because I truly believe in what YouTube is supposed to stand for. Does YouTube side with justice or evil? I suppose we'll find out soon enough.
In this video, the Ackman provides much more evidence of the heinous acts Quantum has done and uses YouTube's own words against them.
Hopefully, through your actions, one day you don't get somebody killed.
But it crossed the line into harassment when the creator made veiled threats.
Again, veiled threats, as you guys like to say, is not something that we do here on YouTube.
You goddamn liar! Malicious acts can also mean threatening someone's privacy. That includes stalking and doxing, which means releasing someone's private or identifying information online.
People come to me, they send me all kinds of personal information on you. 90% of it I have no interest in. I know about all of your family members at this point. I don't care to know that. I know so much.
Threatening someone, whether it's subtle or obvious.
And then you go even a step further. You find people in real life, because how dare they find you in the real world? That's creepy. No, it's not, dude.
I called his mother.
Stalking and doxing.
No malice or anything behind this.
And yes, I know your address. Yes, I know your phone number. Yes, I know your mother. Yes, I know your brother, your father, your next of kin.
Stalking and doxing.
Don't think I'm playing around. I called Act-Man's mother to get a hold of him, to let him know the kind of damage he was causing.
Subtle or
okay?
obvious.
I'm not fucking around with this.
Threatening someone, whether it's subtle or obvious.
If he's available to talk, or you're the guardian for him, I'd imagine, I can send over a cease and desist letter from my lawyer.
And you're literally lying about your mother being threatened to send more people after me.
I'd rather not drag a family through the mud, given the times and the current status of the world. You understand what I mean? Like, we all have families and stuff we're trying to accomplish. So I'm not trying to derail anybody's livelihood.
Threatening someone, whether it's subtle or obvious.
How many times did I actively ask his mother to pass me off to him? Because truth be told, I never wanted to talk to her in the first place.
Your son is causing trouble for me, and that's the whole reason for this call to begin with.
I never wanted to talk to her in the first place.
Your son is causing trouble for me, and that's the whole reason for this call to begin with.
I'm trying to find Act-Man. So what would you do as a human being if you're trying to find somebody who is hiding behind a stage name, the Act-Man? Well, you're going to look into them.
Threatening someone's privacy.
It's not real hard to find him at all. You can Google him right now and you can get all of the same information I did. It's not hard.
I promise you, if you look into the Act-Man right now, you will find his full legal name. You will find, just type Act-Man. Look for Act-Man's real name. Like, actually try to find people, you will find it. It's not hard.
He also points out that Quantum TV had called his mother only 40 minutes after the Act-Man's previous video went live, and seeing that the video was about 30 minutes long, shows that Quantum TV saw the Act-Man's video as soon as it was published and immediately went to call the Act-Man's mother.
One final note. My copyright abuse video was uploaded at 10:46 a.m. Quantum TV called my mother 40 minutes after it was uploaded. There was no hesitation.
In order to show evidence that Quantum is guilty of ban evasion, the Act-Man proved that a link manipulated by Quantum to show that one of his old accounts wasn't banned, that if transferred through the Wayback Machine I mentioned earlier, shows that this account was indeed banned, proving that Quantum is indeed guilty of ban evasion.
So what really happened? Quantum Apotheosis was banned for hate speech. Out of fear his other channels would be taken down, he privated Next Gen Gamers to prevent people from reporting it to YouTube, but forgot about it until just recently. 4 years later, to throw off suspicion for his ban evasion, he found this video, made Next Gen Gamers public again, and changed the custom URL to the one listed in the description to make it look as if Quantum Apotheosis was never banned. If you look at the social blade for this channel, you'll see the account was active throughout May and June of 2018, but it was recently made public again on May 15th. 2022. You could also see there was a massive purge of videos. But before that, what was the last day Next Gen Gamers was active? June 12th, 2018. The day before Quantum TV himself confirmed his other channel was banned for hate speech. And here, Quantum shows in this Discord message how he privated this account for so long. Tell the truth. Quantum Apotheosis was terminated for hate speech, and you've been evading that ban for 4 years, using 3 separate accounts this whole time. And that's all the proof YouTube should need to enforce their policies and terminate the rest of your active channels. Admit it! You're ban evading!
Later on, the Act-Man points out that in YouTube's own community guidelines, it is stated that their policies also apply to external links in our content, including clickable URLs. What this means is that the links provided by Quantum TV's About page that directs users to his now deleted Facebook and Twitter accounts, which he used to spread hate and misinformation, are against YouTube's terms of service and should result in at least some sort of punishment. Something that hasn't been brought up as much as it should regarding Quantum TV is the fact that his whole brand is mainly centered around being a TV reviewer and calibrator. Quantum claims that he is a master TV calibrator, although there is no such title in that profession. It should also not be a surprise that Quantum has attacked other people in the TV calibrating or audio-visual community, those who actually have a certified profession in the industry. Here is what the Act-Man showed in his video.
But here's where the story gets very interesting. I did some research into TV calibration as a profession, and calibrators like Ninjician and Keep It Classy Tech will go to a client's house to calibrate the TV so that it fits the lighting in their room. Every house is different, every TV is calibrated a little bit differently. It's the same idea of, say, a plumber needing to be in your house to fix your plumbing. I'm sure you know where I'm going with this, Quantum. Mr. TV conducts his TV calibration business in a way that no other calibrator does. Mr. TV doesn't go to clients' houses. He doesn't have clients. He's not a certified TV calibrator. He's a fraud.
And so people who appreciate the truth love what I do. And they've named this channel the #1 brand in honesty. That's not a self-given name, right?
And he's been using YouTube memberships and Patreon to scam people into thinking they're buying TV settings from a certified calibrator.
If he wants to sell people settings and just say, hey, these are settings I did, whatever, I don't care. But when you're telling people that you are a calibrator when you aren't, and that you're selling calibrated settings and they're not, he will from time to time give an actual definition of what a calibrator is and what calibration is. But he then says he goes against that.
But we're forgetting that I don't have 65,000 subscribers for no reason. I actually have a following. But my following is because I attacked people like Vincent Teo, and I've attacked the AVS forum because of their dedication to the old ways of the 30-year-old industry standards that don't work.
It's like he'll explain that that's setting it to a reference standard, but he doesn't use reference standards. So therefore you are scamming people and lying to people to make money and make the real calibrators and the ISF Foundation, everything, look bad with your lies.
This video explains where Quantum stands in the AV community on YouTube. I also personally checked Quantum TV's Patreon page, where he claims to be a master TV calibrator and that he uses his professional experience to help those who are seeking advice on TV calibration settings. This is what you call a scam. This proves that Quantum is violating YouTube scam policies, including his channel to profit from the idea that he is a professional TV calibrator, while actively silencing and slandering the actual professionals of the AV community on YouTube in order to get others to pay attention to him and fall for his lies. With all the evidence compiled together, we can all agree that, based on the proof I am about to show you, Quantum TV has violated these community guidelines. External links, ban evading, harassment and cyberbullying, harmful or dangerous content, hate speech, scam policies, copyright abuse, child safety, and misinformation policies. Now it was up to YouTube to look at this undeniable proof and either take down Quantum TV's channel indefinitely or completely ignore the proof and allow Quantum TV to keep doing this. But they chose to keep him on the platform. YouTube has sided with the one who repeatedly violates their community guidelines and policies. YouTube has sided with the one who wishes that more gay people were killed in the Pulse nightclub shooting that killed 49 people and wounded 53 others. YouTube has sided with the one who is currently evading a ban made on his previous channel for hate speech. And YouTube is siding with the one who is using their platform to pose as a professional and scam people for their money. This is all happening through YouTube's platform. And all YouTube needs to do is terminate Quantum's channel permanently. Doing this will make YouTube as a platform that much safer, but it appears that their bottom line is more important than the safety of YouTube and its community. This is where things got even worse. On June 7th, the Actman tweeted out, "The dark age of YouTube was just taken down from YouTube." YouTube had looked at the Actman's video and decided to wipe it off the face of the platform, claiming that it was removed due to a violation of their community guidelines. The Actman soon found out that this was apparently due to nudity and sexual content, even though there was nothing in the video that showed any nudity or sexual content. Did YouTube really just take down the Actman's video for the fact that he was exposing YouTube and their inaction to do anything about Quantum TV? Within only the next hour, 2 more videos that were completely unrelated to the situation were age restricted out of the blue, again for no reason. In an effort to put up the original video that was taken down, the Actman appealed the takedown, and within 30 minutes, the appeal was rejected by YouTube. The funny thing is, when YouTube is reviewing an appeal, they are supposed to or should watch the whole video before either accepting or rejecting that appeal. But this video was about an hour long, and YouTube made their decision in less than 30 minutes from when the Actman issued the appeal. So if you hold YouTube to their own standards, there is no way they could have justifiably and truthfully gave the Ackman a fair rejection. It was clear at this point that YouTube was trying to silence the Ackman and hide the fact that they don't want to side with the community that makes the platform so great in the first place. They would rather double down on their past mistakes and show everyone that they don't want to enforce their own rules, rather than to make their platform a safer place, free of people like Quantum TV. And as if things couldn't get any worse, the Ackman tweeted the very next day that his YouTube partner had informed him that he will be removed from the YouTube Partner Program and that his channel will be completely demonetized. Having your channel demonetized is essentially saying that your account is banned, as you can still upload videos, but there's no real reason to do so since you won't be profiting off of it. This is YouTube's way of saying that they don't care, and that they will not hesitate to try and keep issues like this out of the public eye. Other YouTubers covering the situation were even getting their videos either taken down or getting limited revenue by YouTube for absolutely no reason, including Fratanga Plays, ReviewTech USA, Asmongold, and Camelot. Another YouTube creator by the name of Optimus even responded to a tweet from YouTube showing support of the Ackman and ratioed YouTube so bad that YouTube had to take down the tweet in order to hide Optimus's tweet and support for the Ackman from the public. Only until approached by Philip DeFranco, news commentator and YouTuber with over 6.3 million subscribers, did YouTube actually give out a statement as to why the Ackman was demonetized. On June 9th, Team YouTube released a statement on Twitter saying, "As discussed, your YouTube Partner Program suspension followed your now deleted tweet threatening to dox the families of YouTube employees and creators. We don't take these decisions lightly and want you to know that we're taking your concerns just as seriously. We'll keep working with you directly on this." The now deleted tweets YouTube is referring to are these tweets right here. In these tweets, you can see the Ackman poking fun at YouTube's enforcement of their policies, in which anyone with a half a brain can see is purely satire. Seriously, you can't sit there and tell me that these tweets are the Ackman legitimately threatening YouTube employees and creators with doxing or violence. He only made these tweets to point out the fallacies in YouTube's handling of this situation. In the photo given with YouTube's tweet, they state that they are taking action to protect the YouTube community. But that very thing is what they failed to do when they chose to side with Quantum TV, the person who has repeatedly attacked the LGBT community, abused the copyright system by issuing false copyright strikes, promoted himself scamming his viewers, and is actively evading a ban YouTube put on his previous channel. To make everything worse, this happened during Pride Month. YouTube's Twitter account currently has a banner supporting Pride Month, highlighting multiple YouTube creators within the LGBT community. While nothing is wrong with this, it seems a bit hypocritical that YouTube would claim to support the LGBT community, while they refuse to take action against a creator who is known for attacking the LGBT community, even labeling some as a anti-gay. Regarding YouTube's decision to investigate the now deleted tweets they used against the Ackman in order to justify demonetizing his channel, they have previously stated that they cannot investigate anything that is not an active link. Remember when the Ackman was gathering evidence on everything Quantum TV had done and gave it to YouTube? YouTube told the Ackman that they can't use the private message exchange with Quantum TV as evidence because they claim that in order to investigate the content, they need the actual YouTube links or video IDs. YouTube said themselves that they can't investigate anything that is not an active link, meaning they can't do anything about Discord calls or messages, phone messages, and most importantly, deleted tweets. This shows that by using the Ackman's deleted tweets in order to demonetize him, YouTube is going against their own standards and using their power to try and justify why they made such a stupid decision. Not only did they choose to ignore the clear evidence that Quantum had doxed the Ackman's family and attacked other creators with false copyright strikes, but they also twisted the narrative of the situation, purposely ignoring the obvious joke that the Ackman was telling in these deleted tweets, thus going against their own beliefs as to how they themselves are allowed to investigate matters. Now, if you didn't know, there was another well-known YouTuber named EDP445 who was a while ago caught trying to meet up with a 14-year-old girl. EDP was exposed for the piece of garbage he is, and YouTube only decided they should terminate his channel after the constant and heavy backlash the community had. This goes to show that YouTube will only enforce their policies to protect the community when they are forced to. When a situation starts to become a liability for YouTube, they will get worried that advertisers won't want to associate with them and that they will start pulling ads from the platform. This is why it is important for us to shine as much light on this as possible. After the Actman's channel was demonetized, many people went to Twitter and came up with the hashtag #JusticeForActman to spread awareness and raise support for the issue, eventually making this hashtag reach the #1 trending spot globally. But even this was not enough to sway YouTube's decision. It is obvious that YouTube will only do the right thing and protect their community if it affects their bottom line or if it paints themselves in a bad light. So I have one question for anybody at YouTube that may be watching. Would you rather have the community go against you and your decision while you silence those who speak out against you, thus drawing the attention from your advertisers that you don't care for your own platform? Or will you simply do the right thing, permanently ban Quantum from the platform, remonetize the Actman's channel, and allow creators to re-upload the videos you took down, thus showing everyone that you do want to make YouTube a safer platform? The decision may be up to YouTube themselves to answer this question, but I would like those that are watching to please, if you can, speak out against this. For if nothing is done about this at all, there will still be people like Quantum TV that will continue to spread their hate, and YouTube will do absolutely nothing about it. So that's all for this video, guys, and I just have to say that going into making this video, since this is my first and I have only 5 subscribers as I upload this, I know that the size of my channel will more than likely protect this video from getting taken down, right away at least. So if you want to help bring justice to the platform and make the community a safer place, please use the hashtag #JusticeForActman on Twitter, and maybe give this video an outreach by pressing the like button or maybe giving some feedback in the comments. Anything is appreciated. I hope to be making more commentary videos on this channel in the future, so if you want to catch my next video, all you have to do is subscribe. I also stream on Twitch, and you can check the link in the description if you want to check that out. But that's all for now. I wish you guys the best, and I will see you guys next time.
Flag taken.